And good morning. It's 9 minutes after 8 o'clock. Looking ahead, we're thinking about the 16th Annual Caldwell Traditional Musician Showcase coming home. And with us this morning is a gentleman you probably recognize. If you don't, you recognize his music because it's good stuff there, Jim Avett. And Jim, it's a pleasure to have you here with us this morning. Of course, your boys, they've done fairly well making music too, the Avett brothers.
Thank you so much. I expect I'm here because you heard of somebody else.
Well, I don't know.
I'll take this slot. I'll take this slot.
Tell us, this is a wonderful event coming up here, and you're going to be participating.
I did a lot of growing up in Caldwell County, and I've been through there 500 times and that didn't stop much. But I got in touch with Patrick Crouch, the driving force behind the Caldwell traditional musicians, and we agreed we ought to do something. So the 15th of March, I'm going to be at the J.E. Broyhill Center with at least a dozen other, I mean, these guys are talented musicians. They have got some really good singer-songwriters up there. I don't know why they want me, but there are some really good people. And if you haven't been to one of their shows, this is the 16th annual, so they're doing something right.
They are doing something right. And what kind of music will you be playing?
It's easier to tell you what my music is, tell you what it's not. It's not bluegrass, it's not country, it's not rock and roll. It's stuff that I write. I do a lot of country covers, but these covers come from the 50s and 60s when I was learning to play a guitar. It's like the boys' music. I write music like they'll write in 30 years because I've got 30 years on them. Okay.
You do have a few years on them. And they've just released a CD, which, by the way, is fantastic. Their latest CD. I could not believe how good this was. I knew they were going to be good, but you're working on a CD right now that you're going to release soon. Tell us about it.
Again, I write music that makes sense to me, and what makes sense to me. The good part about getting older is you get a lot of experience.
Boy, don't you ever.
And you get a lot of stories to tell. So, generally in one of my shows, I do 40 to 50 shows a year. Generally in my shows, probably 25% of it's telling lies or telling experiences or telling whatever, you know. But anyway, for some reason, people want to come and see an old man make a fool out of himself with a guitar.
Well,
and this is the opportunity.
And you've got some other events coming up here that you've got down here. Tell us about them.
I figured you were going to ask what I was doing otherwise. What I'm doing otherwise, I can go to Pittsburgh, Rochester, New York, back down to Edinburgh, Pennsylvania, the end of this month. The reason I'm going so far out is Merle Fest comes up the end of April. The end of April, the 27th, I will play with my daughter Bonnie and a fiddler out of Pennsylvania and a guitarist slash bass player out of Lenore. We'll play an hour of gospel on that Sunday. So
it's going to be great. Merle Fest, and that's at the end of April. And just want to remind you, we've run out of time, but March 15th, 7:30 at the J.E. Broyhill Civic Center in Lenore. You do not want to miss this show. Some of the finest music you'll ever hear. And we're just delighted, Mr. Avett, Jim, that you could come here and be with us today. We wish you the best and looking forward to it. And we hope you'll stay with us, too, because there's much more to come on WBTV News this morning on Bounce. A teenager scheduled